Hello, everyone, and welcome to Live Healthy with Bev. I'm Bev Haynes, and today I'm in the kitchen blending up some really yummy stuff. We're talking smoothies. Do you like milkshakes? I remember as a child going to McDonald's, I know, but going to McDonald's and just loving the vanilla milkshake. Couldn't get enough of the vanilla milkshakes. And so today we are going to make a quasi vanilla milkshake, if you will, but it's going to be even better than the one at McDonald's or Burger King or Dairy Queen or wherever you might get your milkshakes. This one is actually going to be good for you. And it's got 3 ingredients only, easy as all get out, totally nutritious, and believe me, this is so delicious. All we're going to be using are some bananas, and you know how good bananas are for you, just chock full of goodness. We're going to be using some peanut butter or almond butter or any type of butter that you want to use, cashew butter, whatever nut butter, not butter, whatever nut butters you want to use. And we're going to use some plant milk. Today I'm going to be using some almond milk. And I've got this one that I bought from the store. But do you know how easy it is to make your own plant milk? I just didn't have time to do it this morning for this recipe, but it's so easy to make your own plant milks, and we'll do that in another video another time. So let's get going with this recipe. Of course, we're going to be using our trusty Vitamix, our red trusty Vitamix. You might have heard in another one of the videos my story about getting a red Vitamix, but this one we want to thank Thelma Davis for donating this one to the Rutland Church. All right, so let's get going with this. We're gonna peel 4 bananas. This is gonna make a nice quantity of smoothie because I'm thinking you're gonna wanna share this with your family, your kiddies. So you want to have a nice amount. Let's see, I need somewhere to put my garbage. Okay, so depending, you can half this recipe, you know, just do what according to whatever you need. But today I'm going to use 4 nice sized bananas for this. And you know, they say that banana peels are really good for like rubbing on your teeth and stuff, for whitening them. I've seen all kinds of interesting things with respect to bananas, but you know, so much of the stuff that we think is trash, like the banana peels, like the tops of carrots, you know, the greens on top of your turnips and radishes and stuff, you know, the radish greens and all of that, those are totally edible and they are so full of nutrition. Not saying, I know some people actually eat the banana peel. I haven't tried that myself, but I'm losing my voice here. Okay, so we've got all of this goodness happening, and then we're going to put in a few tablespoons of whatever nut butter you want to use. I've got this one. This is a totally natural one. All that's in it is peanuts. No hydrogenated anything in here. When you're buying your peanut butter, if you're not making it yourself, when you're buying it, you want to make sure you're getting totally natural. It has to say all natural. And that's when you know that there's some good things happening. I'm going to put 3 tablespoons in this because these were honking bananas. These were pretty big. So I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of the nut butter in here. We might want to add some more. We'll see in a little bit. Okay, just get all that goodness there happening. Ah, wrong place. And yeah, so what you want when you're buying your nut butters, when you open it up, you want to see oil swimming on top. That tells you that it's totally natural. Nothing else has been added. If you see that it's all nice and stiff inside, there's no oil on top, that means it's a hydrogenated product, and you don't want to buy that because that is not good for your body. Okay, then we've got our plant milk, and let's see. When I do this at home, I just pour in a bunch of milk, so I don't even know how much really I put in there. So I'm measuring out 2 cups because these were big bananas. Let's see how much we'll need. Will we need all that much? You know what? I'm going to put the whole 2 cups in. And it just depends on how thick you want to make your shake. All right, let's put our cover back on. And you know the Vitamix machine is a loud one. So it's got a ton of horses in there. So prepare for the noise. Okay. As I've mentioned before in my videos, you know that because you want to protect your vessel and your machine here, you want to start off slow and then work your way up to high speed. And when you're finishing, work your way back down slowly to the off position so you don't shock your blender system. Okay, here we go. And it won't take long to get this all nicely blended because the bananas are smooth, everything, you know, they're soft. Everything is smooth in here. So let's see what this tastes like. And of course, you want to have a lovely goblet to drink your smoothie in, your shake. Hold on, let's see if we need to add any more banana or any more peanut butter. No, that's pretty perfect. Very, very nice. All right, yeah, this is quite peanut buttery. So you can add more peanut butter or less depending on how you like it. And if you want it sweeter, you can add some dates, just some natural dates. I've softened them up first though, because if they're still hard and they're in the blender, you're gonna get probably little chunks. Or little tiny chunks, but still it won't be as smooth. So you always want to soften up your dates. Unless you're using the more expensive medjool dates, then you might not have to soften them up as much. But when you're just using the regular cooking dates, table dates, definitely soften them in some hot water for about half an hour before you put them in. But look how easy that was. And you've got this blender full of, you know, if you put less peanut butter in it, it'll taste more like a vanilla shake. So whatever you want to do with this, add whatever you want in here. It's going to be totally, totally delicious. All right, what I'm going to do is put this in here to share amongst all the staff later. And I'm going to start on another smoothie since, you know, it's just nice and easy because we have it right here. And even though we still have residue from the last one, that doesn't matter. That just makes the next one even more delicious. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do banana, strawberries. We got some gorgeous strawberries here. And let me get a few more bananas back here. Actually, let's see. I'm going to take this one away. And bring this one into the picture. Okay, so we're going to be using bananas, we're going to be using the strawberries, we're going to be using hemp seeds to add some nutrition. And I've got the little hemp package here. Hemp is just so good. Protein, all kinds of good omega-3 fatty acids happening in here. There's some potassium, there's calcium, there's iron. Wonderful, wonderful nutrition in hemp seeds. You can sprinkle them on your cereal, sprinkle them on your salads, put them in your smoothies, put them in your muffins. Oh, so many good things. And then we're going to add some chia seeds as well to kick it up a notch nutritionally. Chia, again, power-packed protein. In fact, the Aztecs, I understand, is that the Aztecs are one of those previous cultures who they're long-distance runners who used to run between the towns to carry news or whatever. They would take a tablespoon of chia or however much of chia, and that would just give them all that strength they needed to run those long distances. So chia seeds are so fantastic. I've got some, let's see, protein, calcium, zinc, fiber, again with the omega-3 fatty acids with the chia. And you can do so many amazing things. Have you ever, I should be facing this way, have you ever tried chia pudding. So easy to make. And then we've got flax, ground flax. When you're using your flax, you want to grind it. Grind it first. That's going to release all that goodness that's in the flax seed. And you know, there's protein again, there's omega-3 fatty acids. Oh, I've got this great little brochure here. You can go to the Flax Council of Canada. That's flaxcouncil.ca, or you could go to healthyflax.org to get all kinds of great nutrition tips, all kinds of recipes about using flax seeds. And so there's this one here, a healthy food. It certainly is a healthy food. You're getting the omega-3 fatty acids, the fiber, the lignans. Lignans are phytoestrogens that are compounds that are going to help your body fight cancer and things like that. So all kinds of goodness that's going to be happening right here in our next smoothie. Okay, so let's go. This banana is so big. Look at this. And you know, I've got to confess, I don't love eating bananas just like, you know, plain. They're kind of, the texture is a little bit weird for me, but I certainly love using them in my smoothies. I use them in my baked oatmeal. I use them in my porridge. You know, I mash it up and add it into my porridge. So all kinds of uses for your bananas, and they're so, so good for you. Okay, strawberries. We know because of their dark, gorgeous color that they are so magnificent for our good health. Now, you see, I haven't taken off the green parts of these, and I don't think I will. I'm going to just put all of this in there. And all the nutrition from these strawberries. It's going to be so, so delicious. I didn't put all of them in, but okay. Now here's something else we're going to add to this smoothie. Spinach. Popeye. Want to get some great iron? Eat your spinach. Absolutely. And a wonderful way to eat your spinach is to make sure you've got some vitamin C happening along with it, and that's going to increase your body's ability to take up the nutrition that's in the spinach, the iron. So I'm putting a nice handful of spinach in there. And then we're going to put some of these hemp seeds. We're going to put some of the chia seeds. We're going to put some of the flax. And you know, if you're having difficulties going to the washroom, flax is a good idea to add to your everyday eating, add it to your porridge. You can even make a nice flax tea. Just stir it in and drink it like that, put it in your milk or whatever. But in your smoothies, how easy is that? And these are ways that you can get more greens and more fruits into your children. If they're, you know, not wanting to eat, give them these smoothies. They're nice and sweet, and they're so fantastically good. Okay, so for this one, we're going to put some milk as well. Let's see, how much milk will we add this time? Let me start with about a cup. And we'll see, you know what, let's do another cup there, because we want it to be nice and juicy. Okay. And we might want to add some more stuff after. We'll see what the consistency is like. Okay. Our trusty Vitamix, here we go. All right. I think we might want to add another banana, just for the consistency, but let's just see. Of course, you're going to have your beautiful goblet to make drinking your greens nice and enjoyable. Let's see. You know what? Let's add another banana in there. It's a little bit on the thin side. I didn't need to add the full 2 cups. of milk that I added. And because I'm a sweet kind of girl, I'm gonna add a few of the softened up dates. And we don't even have to feel guilty about adding the sweetness, because this sweetness, these dates, they come with fiber. Hold on. They come with fiber and an assortment. I'm just putting in 4 small dates. And yeah, let's see what that does to it, adding that 1 banana. Hold on. And you don't want to keep it running too long, because the Vitamix will heat up your food if you have it in long enough. In fact, you can make soup. So you don't want to, have a heated smoothie. Let's try this one. Still have some of the old stuff in there. Hold on. Another one. Okay. Much nicer. And some of you might have liked the previous one, but I just like it a little bit smoother. It was a little bit too liquidy. I could have used less of the milk, and this one is just perfect. So there you have it. Another recipe for getting some goodness into your family members. Whenever you're making smoothies, if you can just put in a little handful of the spinach, of some kale, and you don't always want to use spinach, mix it up. There's a lot of dark leafy greens. You can even just use romaine lettuce. And do you know that dark leafy greens actually have protein in them? So whenever anyone says to me, I want to go plant-based, but where am I going to get my protein? Well, along with the obvious ones, tofu and beans and things like that, dark leafy greens are where it's at. They don't have as much protein as the other things, but if you're eating enough of this during your day, you're going to be getting a goodly amount of protein. I mean, think about it. What do cows eat? Grass, dark leafy green. And look how big and strong they get. All these other plant-eating animals, look how big they get. What is it? A giraffe, an elephant, orangutans, they all eat the greens. And so that's where they get their protein, and that's where you can get your protein as well. So make sure you're putting it in there every single day. Green salad, green smoothie, green juice, green something every single day, and just see what happens to your body. Okay, guys, that's it for our smoothies today. And remember, you can use any fruit that you want to. Any quantities that you want to. You saw that I didn't have any real measurements for these, just putting in handfuls of this, but make sure you put in a goodly amount of the greens, because that's just going to boost the nutrition into the stratosphere. All right, so live healthy, everybody, and we'll see you next time.